maybe you're sad or mad or frustrated or whatever the emotion is it through a program or is it from, an experience that you haven't healed from? And the other question that I love to ask is my body resonating at this certain frequency? Let's just call it anger, right? If I have this anger emotion that's just lodged in my body somewhere, and when something happens, I'm quick to respond in an angry manner or to, release that emotion of anger. So what I love to do is reverse engineer it. And it is a absolute passion of mine to help someone through these emotional roller coasters. I mean, I, I have a friend of mine who just wanted to completely give up in her life. And she was on this vicious spiral of just downward spiral. One thing led to another, and another thing led to this. Within 30 minutes of talking back and forth. So I do think that having an outlet and talking through your emotions is a blessing, and I think it's necessary. Exercise, like Wendy said, eating healthy, all of those things can help regulate emotions. But once we got to the root of the problem, right, by asking these questions and reverse engineering, okay, you're mad or you're upset, you want to give up, but why? Okay, well, why? And it's almost asking layers of questions until you finally have this, oh, okay. And oh, like that makes sense. Okay. So emotional regulation, if we can be aware of what we're feeling and we can identify what is it that happened in my life that's causing me to feel this way right now, or am I resonating at this frequency because I've got trapped trauma? And then once we identify, okay, I'm aware of it, I know where it came from. The next step is to reverse engineer it. And that's there's so many different things we can do. With energy medicine, I think we locate the emotion that's lodged in the body that's wreaking havoc and we release it. That's great. I think another thing is if it's like a programmed belief or emotion, again, identifying where that came from. And one of the tools I would give all of you is if it's anger or if it's sadness, whatever emotion that you feel like is really just dictating your mood and the way that you're living your life, what is the exact opposite emotion, would you say? Right? If I am angry or if I'm fearful, what's an opposite emotion of anger? Say it in the chat. What do you guys think that is? The exact opposite or close to opposite emotion of anger, right? It might be, happiness. And I want you to think of one or two things that immediately make you happy. It could be the strawberry popsicle that you get when the ice cream truck goes by. It's the strawberry ice cream with the stuff on the outside. That makes me happy. It might be a happy memory. Your brain is an amazing thing, and it releases more chemicals than the prescription or the pharmacy down the street. So if we know that the emotions that we're releasing in the body, these chemicals that are released, if we can start thinking of and we're aware of the opposite emotion and focus on the opposite emotion, affirmations, gratitude journals, finding one thing that you're grateful for. Sometimes it's hard. And I'm not saying just to ignore your current status and circumstance.